They'll talk behind your back and in your face to be frontin'. I be with the team, we gon' score way over 100. Yeah, I'm the only one to count this money. You can't give me nothing and you can't take nothing from me. Got a girl to shake something for me. When she to the ground, you gon' have to walk around. Walk, walk, yeah, walk around. Left foot, right foot, walk around. Slide, walk around. Everybody walk around. Speed it up, walk around. Yeah, slow it down, walk around. Yeah, slide, walk around. Yeah, everybody walk around. Yeah, you know the name of the game. You ain't gotta like me, but you gotta pay me the same. We at down the resort, see me up on the stage. I done did it before, I'm about to do it again. Whoa, I hit my two-step, then whoa. We counting blue strips like whoa. Girl, you got some on you, whoa. How you? Let me see you walk. Yeah, walk around. Left foot, right foot, walk around. Slide, walk around. Everybody walk around. Speed it up, walk around. Slow it down, walk around. Slide, walk around. Everybody walk around.
We are live in Miami as the Heat are about to go into this interconference contest here. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge.
And what can Adebayo do? I mean, gets the tough rebounds, scores the tough baskets, and then makes the right pass.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And, Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And, Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
The assist.
Well, you've got to be decisive in catch-and-shoot situations, and Julius Randle leaves no doubt.
Pass to Adebayo. Over Randle. Adebayo with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Conley's shot is off.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Up top, Hero. Pass to Wiggins. Clock at 6. Now, here's Mitchell. Fires the 3. Gobert pulls it in.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Now here's Randle. And here is McDaniels. Outside for Randle. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. A fadeaway. Rebound by the Heat.
Cannot believe he missed that one. Ooh, I'm sure he can't either.
Has to Ware. Kicks it out to Hero. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Ware, good.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches. There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randall has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Now at the line,
Kevin, Rudy Gobert has tied for the most Defensive Player of the Year awards all time, but he's challenging himself to do more offensively. He said it's all about just being okay with missing or making mistakes, freeing my mind and doing the things that I work on to get out of this shell that I was being put in. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David Aldridge, we thank you for that report. Pass to Edwards. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. The Heat with the lead. To the inside. Adebayo. And so... Conley will bring the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That is his first foul of the game.
substitution on the court.
1:29 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Reed. In. Randall no good.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Now here's DiVincenzo. And Randall throws it down.
Well, if the basket is within reach, Julius Randle understands how to finish.
.52 seconds left in the first. Pass to Hero. 4 on the clock. Tipped away. Stolen by Reed. Fast break, Minnesota. And Randall throws it down.
Assist goes to
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Here's DiVincenzo. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Oh, really smooth. Andrew Wiggins with the terrific mid-range game.
Pass to Randall. The shot misses. Great D that time from Adebayo. Here's Ware. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Ware's got 6.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
It's all tied in Miami.
the Timberwolves.
Let's take a quick...
10.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Dante DiVincenzo.
Count it. Well, Doris, both you and I had the honor of being in that 2020 bubble in Florida. Any memories from Orlando?
I think, Kev, just how unique the setting was, and I have to give some props to the players. No fans, no normalcy, away from their families for extended periods, and yet they were able to lock in and give us some incredible moments.
Anderson with the block. In the corner, it's Robinson. Here's Mitchell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Jaden McDaniels.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Oh, guys, Kevin Love with the power finish there.
And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Drills it from outside. DiVincenzo's got 5 points in the quarter.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Love. And the dunk by Love.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Miller outside. Reed with it. No scoring in this one. Pass to Alexander Walker. 5 on the clock. Back to Miller. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Now, here's Mitchell. Here's Jaquez. Shoots over McDaniel. Jaquez can't hit. Minnesota in the lead. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Reed. Over Love. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Reed with the rebound. Alexander Walker on the wing. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction. All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Now Mitchell. The kick out to Anderson. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Substitution on the court.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
And inside is where Bam is at his best. He knows how to outwork the other guys in the paint.
Conley left side. Here's Gobert. And he uses the glass on the layup. Gobert's got the lead up to 4 now for Minnesota.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
And the winner's mentality Wiggins has is commendable. A hard worker who wants to keep improving.
Miami's shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And up around 82% as a team a season ago. So they know how to make the most of those opportunities.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
Edwards. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Burks. .24 seconds left in the first half. McDaniels in the post. Just 5 on the clock. Gobert can't hit. And here's Burks. Down low. Adebayo. Yep, that one goes. Now just a 2-point Timberwolves lead. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Timberwolves lead by 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. So it's the Timberwolves now. Now here's Conley. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Conley. Shot clock at 6. Back to McDaniel. The 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss. That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
For the lead. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. So Edwards will go to the free throw line. It's going to go on Davion Mitchell. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. And I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Here's Conley. Good, nice job down low. And the Timberwolves lead by 3. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. With the drive, an amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And how about Harrell's body control, capable of still scoring even when the defense ups the ante in terms of physicality.
To the paint. Here's Randall. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
It's stolen by Gobert. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. Now it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
Gobert's comfort zone, right? High percentage shots, easy money for Rudy.
Right side Robinson. Gobert with the block. Randall surveying the D. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? It remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Now here's Gobert. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Pass to Edwards. Back to Conley. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Conley's got the lead up to 7 now for the Timberwolves. And so here is Miami. Double team on Adebayo. To the middle. Here's Ware. Gobert with the defensive effort. Timberwolves on offense. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Poked away. Pass to Adebayo. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves leading by 7. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, with his strength, Julius Randle to be intimidated.
The first one falls. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Both free throws good from Randle.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Now, here's Mitchell. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Pass to Mitchell. Clock at 4. Launches it. Randle grabs the board. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. A 3 for DiVincenzo. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Now to the line for the Timberwolves. Number 8, Josh.
The Heat trailed by 9.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. Here's Clark. And he drops it in from the low post. Up in time. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Minnesota holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to...
The Timberwolves, 40.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Mitchell with it. Adebayo the screen. Pass to Hero. From Pat, that one is no good. He is 6 for 11 in the game. Back to Reed. Here's DiVincenzo. And here's Reed. 6 to shoot. No good from Clark. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. 11-point game.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Outside, Hero. Mitchell in the corner. Back to Hero. And that one drops. Heroes got it back down to single digits for Miami.
Interior, Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. He reminded his team, we're up. All the pressure is on them. Let's just keep playing our game. Makes sense because they've got a nice lead late in this game. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks.
You know, you have to use the bounce pass in that instance to make the catch easier.
Alexander Walker on the wing. Here's Dillingham. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Pass to Ware. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Timberwolves leading by 7. Out to the right wing. Here he goes. Dillingham. Misses from close range. Here's Wiggins. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Ingles. And the layup is good.
I'll tell you, you have to have some measure of composure close to the bucket. Mr. Ingles doing work.
Here's Ware. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. And the Timberwolves with possession. They lead by 7. And the slam dunk by Dillingham.
Some power coming from the PG.
That's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And that one is good. Dillingham's got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Pass to Adebayo. Over Ingles. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Timberwolves leading by 13. DiVincenzo with it. Back to Alexander Walker. From outside, off the mark.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for Minnesota.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Rudy Gobert.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Timberwolves on offense. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Here's Miami now. They trail by 16. Here's Wiggins. And that one's on target from the wing. Now Dillingham. Alexander Walker on the wing. Pass to DiVincenzo. Wants to get it to Reed, and does. A three ball. DiVincenzo can't hit it. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care.
Acting like a pocket holding 50, color with a Mickey Mouse. This ain't